Whether it's your first time building a program or you're a seasoned pro, it's easier than ever to put your course online in a platform. Let me show you how. Here we are. It's finally time. I'm going to upload everything into the course platform so that you or whoever can go log in and actually learn. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to walk you through my platform. I choose to be on Kajabi. And if you're wondering about what platform to choose, I have a whole video series about it where I go in depth with resources and tools for how you can choose the best platform for you. For reasons mentioned there, Kajabi is the best platform for me. So that's what I'm going to be showcasing. And the cool thing is, whether you're on Kajabi, Thinkific, Teachable, Experience like most of these platforms are built very similarly. So even if you're not on Kajabi, the process that I'm going to walk you through to easily and quickly upload everything into a platform, it's going to have some crossover. It's going to work for you too, but you're just going to be plugging the assets into different places. More than anything, my numero uno, bing, 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 number one tip for you is mise en place. If you've ever heard a chef or maybe just Gordon Ramsay on Hell's Kitchen say, you want your mise en place, which means you want to have things in place before you go and do the upload. The mistake most people make is they just log in to their platform and they're like, okay, today's the day I'm uploading. And then they realize, oh, I don't have everything I need in order to do that easily, quickly, and effectively. So you want to set up a little bit of a process for yourself. First, you want to understand what do you actually need to have ready to go before you go and upload. Then go and upload, and then finally customize and brand. So again, mise en place, step one, upload, step two, customize and brand, step three. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so this is my Kajabi platform. I'm going to create a new product in just a little bit and walk you through the steps, but I want to show you what I have before I go and do that. The first thing I have are lesson descriptions. So I have here each of the lessons that are going to be in, oops, this is a mistake. I have each of the lessons and I have the description, which is the copy that goes below the video. If there's any upload assets or things I want to recommend, links, I have all of that available here. So you can see I've got any uploads available. I'll come down here. This is a resource I'm going to upload. We've got a checklist I'm going to upload. Equipment recommendations list is the one thing I have outstanding, but just didn't want to wait to actually film this video. So I have everything I need here in terms of copy for each of the lessons. The other thing you're always going to need, no matter what platform you're on, is a thumbnail, meaning like in the platform, there's going to have, I'll show you in just a second, but there's going to be like a title card for each of the lessons. Now, the best hack for this is to just use a slide from your slide deck. So you'll see here, if I go to the grid view, this is the title slide, and I already have a title slide for each of my lessons here. So I can literally just download those specific slides and upload them as cards. I don't have to go and make separate thumbnails. So whether you're in Google Slides and you've done slides in Google Slides, or if you've done slides in Canva, like it doesn't matter. You can just download those specific title cards and you can use that as your thumbnail. You're also going to need a little bit of copy. I have the landing page done for this. So a lot of this now, most of the landing page done. Like this is going to be a walkthrough video. Some of these images aren't correct, but the copy is done here, which means that I can use this, like this bio right here. Guess what it's going to ask me? It's going to ask me to upload my bio. I can just literally copy and paste this bio. So if you have a landing page for your course, a sales page for your course, shoot, like a Google Doc outline of the offer for your course, whatever kind of sales marketing asset you have, you want to pull that front and center because you can reuse this copy when you're building the product. Okay, so those are the three things that I have. I have all of the lesson description copy. I have all of the thumbnails, and I have some of the sales page language. The other and most obvious one to think about is videos. You want to have your videos done and edited. I actually don't have them done yet. I'm planning to do them tomorrow, but it's the easiest thing in the world to come back in and upload videos once they're done. So again, all I'm going to do, I'm going to build this product, build out everything in the product except for the videos. I'm going to come back in and put those in after they're done, and boom shakalaka, we're good to go. So let's dive in to creating a new product in Kajabi. I just hit new product. You can see the different kinds of products you can create. I'm going to create a course. Okay. Now it wants to know the title. The title for this is the Course Creators Toolkit. You'll see over here how it's going to show up in the actual product. It's just going to be the headline. And then we're looking for a brief description. This is where the sales page comes in. I'm literally just going to copy the headline content. Now you can see it's a little long. It's running off the page. So I could use that. Or I could use the second part. Still too long. So I'm just going to go with this. The key here, like, guys, almost nobody reads this. Like, it's really not that important. They already bought your product. Like, just put something there, or don't put a brief description and move on. Like, this is not the end of the world. Okay, next. Now you want to it does allow you to customize the experience, the branding ahead of time. Because I have my brand colors in Kajabi, it's very, very easy for me to do this. So you can see primary color applies to buttons and links. I'm going to go with the teal. Accent applies to the header. I'm going to go with the light blue. Yeah, we're going to do that. Okay. Now, thumbnail image for the entirety of the program, I don't think I have. So that's something I missed, right? I can quickly and easily duplicate this. Instead of welcome, I'm just going to say the Course Creators Toolkit. And you know what? That's good enough. That's good enough for me, baby. Okay, so I'm going to download this one slide, PNG current slide, and it should populate there. Awesome. I'm going to choose my thumbnail. I'm going to upload, and boom, there it is. Save. Upload. All right, great. There we go. Now, price your course. My course is free. Okay, so here we are. You can see this is my course. I've got 0 modules. Now, with my program, I didn't really have modules. I just had lessons, right? Now, in Kajabi particularly, you have to have modules. So I am just going to create a module that is the same as the title. You can add descriptions. I typically don't add module descriptions. Now I can add my lessons inside of the modules. So this is where this lesson description comes in. I can literally just copy and paste. There's my title. Now I click into the lesson and you'll see there's media. So this is where the video will go once I have the video. For right now, it's none. This is the copy that's the lesson description. Some people choose to do like really long lesson descriptions and have a few sentence summaries and then the action steps and any resources, so on and so forth. I tend to just put action steps because those courses it's really a personal preference, but the courses that I'm in that have those lesson descriptions, I don't read them. I don't really think they add a lot of value, and they just make me scroll down to find what I need to find, which is here's what you go do next. So, it's a personal preference. You can choose to include descriptions about what the actual video is about or not. You can just do what I do or something similar to this. I do recommend at least putting the action steps in there because especially if they're sprinkled throughout the lesson, you want to bring it all together for them at the end to make it actionable, right? Which is one of the 3 pillars of creating really good content, making it actionable. Okay, so then of course I go and I get the thumbnail. So download. And I upload the thumbnail. There it is. Save. Upload one file. And boom. This first lesson is done. Hey. Now, I like to use these breadcrumbs at the top up here because they allow me to go back one without hitting the back button. Sometimes I find the back button does weird things in course platforms, like hitting the back button on the browser. So that's just what I do. I'm going to add my second lesson. My second lesson is called Make Bank with Program Design. Oopsies. There we go. Put in the title. Click into the lesson. Again, I would put my video in here when I have it. I'm going to go get the lesson description. Oopsies, keep going the wrong way. There it is. And I'm going to upload my thumbnail for this, which is, nope. Here it is, Make Bank with Program Design. Now the other key piece here is I have something to upload. So this is a Canva link. When I'm uploading it, right? When I'm uploading it, I want to upload it as a PDF, which means first I have to download it from Canva as a PDF. I'm also noticing this doesn't have our logo. So I'm going to add our logo real quick. I do recommend that you put your copyright on all of, I mean, disclaimer, disclaimer, I'm not a lawyer, but I do recommend that you put your copyright at the bottom of all of your things, all of your deliverables, all of your assets, anything you get. Okay. So quick little design rewrite here. Okay. Move that up a little bit. All right, cool. So now what I'm going to do, oh, I need some scoring recommendations. All right, so I made that quick adjustment. Now I'm going to download this as a PDF. Cool. And then I'm going to upload it in the download section. Boom. Okay. You can rename it if you want because it usually puts those little. Okay, cool. So now that's in there. I'm going to show you one more lesson, which is this one. It's the third one. Architect your trademark worthy framework. All right. So I'm going to go back to the toolkit. Again, I'm going to add a lesson. Uploading it here. I'm going to pull the lesson description. I'm going to put that here. You'll note this is a Canva template. Because this is a Canva template, I just put the link to the Canva template here. So sometimes you'll have a download. Sometimes you'll have a link. If it's in the link, it needs to go in the lesson description. That's why having this ahead of time is so helpful because your deliverables, especially if you have different kinds, they can go multiple different ways. Now, if you look at something like a Google Doc, I could do a Google Doc template or I could upload the template, meaning like I could do a link to this spreadsheet in Google Docs, or I could do a link to this, I could do a download to this template. Let me show you what I mean by that. So let's talk about this one, architecture course outline. So here's my copy, right? Now, this course outline template, you'll see it's linked here. I could do this one of two ways. I could either, share, and here's how you do here's how you force people to make a copy. anyone with the link can edit, copy that link. Then you go back in that link to where it says edit, delete edit, and write copy instead. This works for any kind of Google Sheets, Google Doc, etc. Now, if I copy that link address, here's where it directs me. It forces me to make a copy. So that means that me, as the person who has the original document, I don't have people going in there, editing it, all of these things. Like it forces them to make a copy on their own Google Drive. The downside to this is what if you have students who don't use Google Drive? Now they have to put it in Google, download it, it's a whole thing. So I will often recommend that people don't do that. And instead, they download this as an Excel sheet. When they download this as an Excel sheet, if you upload it to Google Drive or you open it in Excel or you even open it in Numbers, like if you have a Mac, it'll work. Like that XLSX, that can't remember the word for it, but that ending, that code will work in whatever way they want it to work. Sorry, I'm clicking around trying to figure it out. So then I add the Excel file as a download. So now anyone can access that and just download it to their computer. That is the high level, right, for how you want to have your copy, do your downloads, do your links, add your files, so on and so forth. Once you've uploaded everything, obviously I haven't uploaded everything. That was intentional. Then you want to customize it. Again, this works differently in different course portals. If you're using Kajabi, then you have to customize it in the customization portal. If you're using something like Groove, then you're building it in the interface that the student can see, so there's nothing really to customize. If I hit this customize button, there's a lot of ways to customize this, but I'm just going to keep it basic for y'all. So we're going to talk about colors here, and we're going to talk about headers and footers and all that good stuff. So first, let's just look at this chunk by chunk and the header. You can show the header or not. You can also see that I have my logo up here in the left corner. If you don't have that toggled, then you'll see Premiere, which is just kind of like a weird thing. It's like, that has nothing to do with what I'm learning. Like, why is that there? So you want to upload your logo there. And then you want to know, where is this logo taking you? It's taking you to the site home or the product home. I like to have it go to the product home, which means that if I click this, let me preview it. If I click this logo, it's taking me to this home screen that you log in and see the product. If I have it as the site home, it's taking me to the website. Like this is our website. So, you know, little things like that do actually make a difference. Now, in terms of the menu, this is the main menu. You'll see this on our website. You'll see that same information. So there's also a member menu, which takes them to things inside of the course portal only. Like it's not going to take them to other pages on your public facing website. So again, that's what I choose to do. And then you can have different words to mean different things. I typically just keep all that the same. Typically with Kajabi, like if you just like click on things, it'll take you to the place where you can edit it. So I just clicked on this because I think the text color needs to be different. And now you can see the text color is changing. Okay. So that's header. That's the hero section. Let's go to the bottom because here you can see like copyright 2024 Kajabi. So we want to show the logo or not? We can show the logo. I'd have to change the logo. Down here, you'll see this is taking me to the Kajabi Facebook page, the Kajabi Twitter page, the Kajabi Instagram page. So you have to customize those for your content. Now, this is just the product page. So if you look up here, you can see this is the page where they log in and see everything about their product. Let me do this. I'm actually going to publish some things so you can see it. So I'm going to publish all of these. Okay. And then I'm going to customize so you can see what that looks like. Customize. Okay. Okay. So here you can see some lessons. Automatically, can you see what I'm missing? I'm missing the 2 thumbnails here, right? If I was missing a lesson description, this gray action steps would not show up. So, you know, this is it's you can start to pinpoint if you're missing something, you can check things out. Now, if I go into the lesson, or they call lessons posts, but let's say I go into the post, here is what that shows up like. So you can see my action steps down here. I have comments turned on. You can see that this color is probably didn't pick the best accent color. I should go pick a different accent color. Oh, I see. I got to go to preview. Now, if I want to preview this post, I can't customize anything in the previewer, but I can just see what it looks like. If I go down to the second one, you'll see the download is available here. Again, I got to fix that accent color. If I go to third one, oh, I'm missing a thumbnail, but here you can see that link that I mentioned. If I go down here, we've got a link, we've got the download, so you can see what it actually looks like from the student's point of view. So again, this is the post page, and most people who do Kajabi uploads, they like remember to do product, but they forget about all the other pages, because when you log in, this is what you see. And so you think like, oh, looks good, so the rest of it's going to look good, and that's not true. You want to look at all of these. So what's an announcement? What's a category? What is an individual? Like you got to go through all of these pages to make sure it's all branding, it's all customized. Okay, now there's a lot more other things you can do. I personally am a huge fan of the product sidebar over here. So you'll see course progress is here. You can also add instructor if you want to be on this page. And again, if you have your sales page done, if you have your bio done, you just copy and paste. The other thing that you can add here are options for your students to join you in other programs. So you can literally cross-sell other offers you have, right? So let's say I want to like feed people into this personalized course recommendation. I could put it here, and when they hit learn more, they're going to be taking the information about that. So you can cross-sell other products that you have. You can also have images that direct them to URLs. So like I could put my YouTube, like an image on here, like check me out on YouTube. And then when they click that image, it takes them to my YouTube channel. So I think the sidebar is often probably the most underutilized part of like the product portal, because you can do so much with it. This is the lander. This is the page where they come to when they log in. Every single time they click in your product, this is the page. And you can also have announcements, but I find like sidebar is where it's at. Without going into every nitty-gritty detail of the Kajabi product portal, I think the most important thing that you remember here is those 3 steps. Like first, get all your assets together. Get your lesson descriptions, your thumbnails, your bio, get everything that you need done first. Get your mise en place. Then go in and upload everything. So just make sure wherever the part of the platform is that you upload the content, which in Kajabi is this outline section, get it all up first. And then once everything's up, third, you go in to customize the user experience with colors, different sidebar thumbnails, the footers, the headers, like all of those little fit and finish pieces. Those 3 steps, like if people just did them in that order, in that process, it would save them so much headache. And here's why it works. It's the best way to batch this out. You just batch out getting all your assets done. You batch out uploading everything, and then you batch out all the customization. So rather than trying to like do each little thing and you feel like your head is spinning because there's so many things to do, that's what I recommend. If you want to see what my Course Creators Toolkit platform ends up looking like, including, the sidebar buttons I use and the different opportunities to connect with people and all the goodness, you want to see the finished project, then you can go below, you can find the link. It's creation.co/free course, and that will give you access to this program that I am creating that you're seeing the behind the scenes of. So go check that out, and I will see you in the next one.